Can I correct watercolour mistakes? I definitely hope that I can, as I've painted over the top of this dolphin's flipper, and now I need to remove that dark blue paint. In this video, I'll show you how I quickly and easily remove this watercolour mistake, so it can be corrected and painted to the right colour. And I've got something I made myself, which is one of these and one of those, and this is a lifting off brush, okay? And I use this one just to take off a little bit of paint, but you've got to be careful. This is a stiff bristled brush, and this is a synthetic bristle, and I think these were made originally for acrylic paints. And all I've done, bought a cheap set for about £1 for 5 or something like that, crushed it with a pair of pliers on the end there, look, squished it back so it's nice and flat. When you get the flat brushes, even better. And then trimmed it down with a little blade as well, just kind of get a nice little trim on the end. And that's ideal really. I've done the same with that one as well. But you can see I've actually put a little step on that one as well, so I can get some smaller areas if need be. So, kitchen roll, water on the brush, got it? And then, I've already got the pencil mark on there. I don't know if you can see that on that little flipper there, but it's barely even noticeable, I know. But now I can lift off that paint there, just very carefully initially. You have to be careful because of the fact that when you do this, you don't want to damage that paper underneath, do you? Not really. I know, you don't really want to damage it. So you've got to be careful when you lift paint off because of the fact that you start to cause that paper to ripple. Depending on the quality of the paper as well, will depend on how well the paper will take to lifting paint off like this. So if I just do that initially and then just lightly press that on the top like so, and you can see what I've done there. I've taken some paint off already. And that was very, very gentle the way I did that. So let's just go over again. So we can get some more off there. You can use some magic sponge. There's different names to it as well. A little bit of sponge, which is very clever stuff. And all it is this stuff here, look. That's it. So you can use that. If I just put a bit of water on the corner of it, which there is about there. Let's just wet that for a minute. Get some paper. I can use that. It's alive, it's alive. To lift some paint off as well. Very, very carefully. Because it does lift the paint off really well. But also it can start to ripple that paper and start lifting off a layer of paper. Now because this is going to be grey, I don't need to get all of that paint off. So that's really, really useful. Because how much I've just pulled off by using one corner of this magic sponge. There's different names to it on the market. Have a look around, see what you can find. But it's very handy actually, but you have to use it very, very gently. Otherwise you will damage your watercolour surface. Okay? And how much you can lift off depends, really depends, on the paint you've used. If the paint is a staining pigment, as a lot of paints tend to be, then you find you can still leave a hint of colour like this one has on there. So it will do that, but expect that to happen. Okay, and if it doesn't, it's a bonus. In fact, I've made a video all about staining watercolours. I'll pop a link to it in the top right hand corner. Okay, and I think that's plenty. I don't go any further because if I do, it's going to damage it. So that's basically what I do when I lift paint off. As simple as that. I might take off a little bit around there as well. If you would like to see more of my homemade brushes, why not check out my next video? I'll see you there.